I mean, he said he had never seen his parents argue before. And I thought about that. Wow, you've never seen your parents argue? He said, no. I've never seen my parents have an argument before. And that's why I can't understand, where this energy and this demeanor is coming from. You're being very disrespectful. And I had to take a moment and think to myself, yeah, if I had never been exposed to an hostile environment, if I hadn't grown up in an environment where I saw maybe my parents, for example, arguing every day for years, then I may too have a different perspective of relationship, communication, and how a man and woman should interact. And I might have a healthier perspective of relationship, man and woman, and authority versus submission, and communication versus confusion. The ability to relate and empathize versus being combative and argumentative. You see what I'm saying? But when we're not exposed to those things in our early childhood and in our the environments that we occupy most often, when we're not exposed to healthy ways of communicating, healthy ways of being, healthy ways of thinking, and stimuli that supports a healthy life, then yes, you will act in ways that are unhealthy because of the environment you grew up in, and you will think that unhealthy measure, you will think those dysfunctional behaviors are normal because the environment, the people around you have normalized arguing. They've normalized hostility. They've normalized sarcastic gestures. So you may think that these behaviors are normal, but they're not. And it's very toxic and it's unhealthy. The only way to break the generational patterns and to break the influence of your environment is to change your environment, change your circle. You see what I'm saying? Because when you hang out and associate with people who are like-minded, they think that that dysfunction and unhealthy because they're like-minded just like you. They think that those behaviors are normal and they will normalize dysfunction. It's called a confirmational bias. We unfortunately and unintentionally look for people to conform our ideology, and that's why we have people who go to the same churches and things and like the same things that we like the same music. Don't all your friends like the same music? Don't they all like to eat somewhat the same types of foods, right? Because we look for people to confirm who we are versus we confirming who we are and not allowing society and people to do it for us. You see what I'm saying? So you would have to break outside of what you know and start to seek the truth. You would have to break the habit of being yourself, i.e. my program is available on Thinketh right now called How to Break the Habit of Being Yourself, Reach Self-Mastery. You would have to break the habit of being yourself and actually think outside the box of what you've been told your entire life, the ideology that you've been taught your entire life, and the social norms that you've been exposed to and taught your whole entire life. And you would have to go against, yes, yourself in a sense and break the habit of being yourself. Break those unhealthy habits that you have normalized and made excuses and supported because everyone does it, and so it must be all right. It's not all right. You didn't deserve that, and what happened in that experience wasn't right. It wasn't your fault, and you can be better than that. You just have to choose better. You have to be intentional about being better, and you'd have to be consistent in that new way of being.